Hello everybody, welcome back to Broden Plays Tides of Numenera. If you recall, the last thing that we were doing in this game is we were down in the caves. We were speaking with the constructs and trying to figure out what was going on there. One construct wanted to make babies, and we made him cancel that and instead serve as master until he died. Or have his servant serve him until the servant died, and then he could do whatever he wanted. So, with that in mind, let's see what else we can do here. Mekala. What up, Mekala? In a stall filled with all manner of dusty parts, connectors, and strange devices, a woman tinkers with a half-assembled power source, peering at it through spectacles that have several adjustable lenses. Her long white hair is disheveled, and the skin of her thin frame is marked with small scars and burns. She looks up curiously as you approach. Welcome to Mekala's Mechanicals. I got a bunch of broken stuff and a few things that work. You want any of it? Let me know. Get your stock, lady. Trade mostly. There's an old priest named Alagern. What? I got stuff from little Manth too, though sometimes his stuff's too hot for me. Even a few things from the Stitcha, if you can believe that. Trade with the Stitcha. Now and then, they dig up all kinds of things in those tunnels of theirs. Picky about what they trade for, though. Only want things that'll hold a lightning charge, flash packs, generators, that kind of thing. Which is weird now that I think of it, because their eggs hold a charge, like little batteries they are. I've even converted a few of them to power things. Though, don't tell the stick of that. Be like using a baby for firewood in their eyes. Yeah, that doesn't sound very good, honestly. So I have a troll leather jerkin. And she has a... Let's see if she has something good for me. Wait, what is this? Ah, it's a cipher, okay. Light ranged weapon. Buzzer. Heavy crossbow, and Berserker's York. +1 training and imitation skill. +3 damage, but -1 intellect edge. That sucks. That's the only thing I have an edge in, so yeah, we'll hold that.
I'm going.
Alright, just a lot of stuff. Made of things. Don't know why we're here.
Yes, now.
Let's interact with this thing. Our sphere inhabits almost every socket in this obelisk that stretches toward the cavernous ceiling. No one else seems to be paying the odd structure any attention. Like most Numenera, it's simply here. And if it can't be used, it's treated as part of the scenery. The orbs gleam in the dim light. You lean toward them. Are they glass, jewels, eyes? Let's touch the nearest sphere. Your finger barely grazes the glass before it displays the image of a furred creature touching the surface from the other side. Purple vines threaded with veins of light hang from the branches of the trees behind it. You lift your fingertip, and darkness swallows the creature. The orb is opaque once more. The orb appears to reflect whatever action is performed in front of them. Right? Tell the orb a secret. With your lips nearly brushing the surface, you whisper a thought you've never told anyone. A too tall, narrow-hipped being, a visitant, appears in the glass, long fingers clasped. Meeting your eyes, it speaks words you cannot hear. You can, however, sense its thoughts. They tickle an odd part of your mind. Dizziness overcomes you. You suddenly know that the visitant speaks stolen words, and that blood was spilled to take them. Even though the cause was just, the visitant is deeply ashamed. It fades into the black of the orb, lowering its head. Let's hum a little song. Nothing appears in any of dark orbs. Instead, the whisper of many voices joined in song curls from the obelisk, sorry, so low that only you can hear it. I'm not going to make a rude gesture. That doesn't seem like a good thing. Allegern? You the Allegern?
It's you. Reconsidered leaving me here, then?
Order of Truth didn't feel it necessary to indulge me anymore, so I packed up and came down here. More to my liking anyway. At least you can see the people who want to stab you here. It's the Underbelly, a good place to work if you value your privacy. Some fascinating finds down here, and good people. Well, maybe not so good, but people trying to make a more honest, or a more less honest living. Alright.
On it.
Anthapa. What up? How now, helpmeet? Got any vert plod for a topside slipper? Hey, it's my old friend. Wonder if she's got any work for me. Possibly? Sunshine! Sea slide or landward? Sea slide. He uses through his teeth. Sea slide's double, sorry to say, and I won't touch brick without a dangler and a sniffer. Catch me? Good enough for me. Work's work. You don't speak the cant at all, do you? What were you leading me on for? This isn't the woman I knew? Strange. It's a spitting image. No worries, no worries. I should have spotted you for a sit the moment I saw you. Never mind. So new to that Underbelly, eh? Just visiting or looking for someone in particular? Who are you? Samantha Pop, professional fenestrationist. Recently arrived in the big city from fair Kiorcoring at your service. What? You've never heard the old song? Do you know the way to Kior? In back of beyond, east of the spire and west of the Vrond. That's where the girls are footloose and free. That's where my sweetheart is waiting for me. No? Not one of your favorites? Oh well. What's a fenestrationist? Oh, well, I open windows for a living. Open them, crawl into them, relieve them of their valuable contents. What can you tell me about this place? What can you tell me about the shins in your purse? Have you got a few to spare? I'm skint at the moment, and it's making me hard to remember. Or much obliged. Now, where to start? You want to hear about the people who live here, or maybe the Strika tunnels, or the manufactory, or those crazy Dendra O'Her bastards? He points at you, leering. Or maybe you heard about the murder, and you're looking for a thrill. What do you know about the tunnels? They've dug them all over the place around here. You only see the ends of them, since they fill them with loose dirt that only they can dig through. For your general take. It's bottom of the ladder, as they say around here. There ain't no more down to go. Well, that's a good thing, right? It means you've got nowhere to go but up. Unless you drown, or get swallowed by the bloom or something. Right? Tell me about the people here. Well, I won't talk about everyone. There's a lot of us here, but I'll hit the highlights, or lowlights, I guess. There's Fulsom, of course. He runs things down around here. Not officially, mind you. He's just the sharpest again with the hardest crew is all. Mikella, who sells bits and bobs at her stall. Muke the meatmonger, who sells meat. Tell Muke I sent you if you pay him a visit. He gives me a shin for each referral. Let's see. There's Allegern, the Aeon priest, who isn't anymore but still knows his stuff. Mapper, crazy Karker, who's covered in maps, and well, I suppose there's Crooked Keek. She's not very interesting, but she looks funny if that's your float. That's all that's worth mentioning. What about the manufactory? That's the hard plot right there. Folks you'd think were smart enough to know honest work is bad for you slaving away at those furnaces and giant constructs washing over them like metal slave drivers. I've only looked in once, scared the wits out of me, so I never went back. Knowing more about the Dendra O'Herd? The cannibals? Ha! Sometimes I think they do it just so they can be crazier than anybody else. I know they got some kind of mumbo-jumbo reasoning for eating dead folks, but I think they just like making people squirm, you know? Oh, shoot. I've got to go kill those
Let's go.
cannibals. Absolutely got to kill those cannibals. There's no... Tiny dwellings are carved in the rock wall, furnished with reeking bedrolls and bug-infested bags. That sucks. Well, let's take a look at our map. This is to the Dun O'Her, and this is to Circus Minor. Really? Over here. Looks like there's something over here I haven't checked out yet. So let's go visit that.
Let's go.
What are these guys? What? This violet-skinned visitant paces back and forth before the cavern's opening. It wears fine clothes that serve to accentuate the tall, thin crest on its head. A symbol has been painted on the crest, mirroring the insignia marked on its chest. Its clothes are finely tailored and well made. The name of the creature's race crawls to your mind. It's a Varjalin. This one has temporarily chosen to be female. Her bulbous eyes flash quickly around her surroundings before focusing directly on you. The council didn't send you. That much is plain. Her voice is high and fluting. You're aware that this cave isn't safe, I hope. What exactly do you want? Who are you? Agent and negotiator dispatched here by the council, but that should be obvious for my clothing and my guards. What are you doing here? I am conducting a diplomatic negotiation on behalf of the city. Unfortunately, I am not dealing with reasonable species. I've made no progress at all. Days wasted in this miserable tunnel, and I have nothing to show my superiors. Yeah, I can help you negotiate? He looks you up and down, considering doubtful, but you might have other skills I can use. Circumstances call for a new tactic, and these levies cannot do what needs to be done, nor can I. If you truly think you can help, let's put you to the test. It's these damnable Styka. I speak to them, I offer, cajole, negotiate, and threaten, yet they persist in their digging, and every day another house on the cliff above slips into the sea. And if the digging does not cease, the city itself may crumble, so here is my request. Find a way into their lair, remove their precious eggs, and return them to me. These hostages shall ensure the future of the city above, and also turn a tidy profit, if I could get them all. If you can negotiate a lasting settlement that does not require such drastic measures, you may also pursue that method. I've been trying for days with no success. I'm gonna try. Good. We need to stop the stitch-up before they bring down the entire substructure of the city. If you manage to infiltrate their lair, be sure to acquire all their eggs. I suspect they will have multiple clusters, and we will need them all if we want to negotiate from a position of strength. Once you're in the lair, activate this. It will show you all the tunnels, the egg clusters, and the Styka themselves. Better to know what you face before you charge ahead. Or, let me ask you some questions. How can I reach the lair?
That.
If I knew I would go there myself, the Styka are quick to dispatch intruders, and I doubt they would take humans or Varjalins there of their own accord. Perhaps a construct of some sort, or a digging machine. But I know little of fabrication or manufacturing, so I will leave that for you to explore. Can you tell me about yourself? I am Pelai, an accredited agent of the slave families. I act with their full faith and authority to resolve the Styka crisis. What can you tell me about the Styka? Filthy animals, scuttering insects. Who can say if they're even sentient? First and foremost, they dig, and they care nothing for the homes they destabilize or the lives that are lost when our buildings collapse. They do not speak the truth reliably, so we cannot know if they understand the damage they cause. Though I suspect that they do. Okay, where do they come from? If I knew, I would send them back there in a trice. Some time ago, or some years ago, perhaps decades, they simply appeared here, and they have been causing problems ever since. Well, what are they doing here? Basically, did they dig? Yeah, they dig. How do you communicate with them? I have not the faintest idea. Okay. Figured. We're the slave families. The slave families are the descendants of those brave souls who rose against the injustice of the previous rulers of Sagus Cliffs. Led by Sheila the Great, they cast down the tyrants and tore their families asunder. The faithful who stood with Sheila saw their service rewarded with stewardship of the city. Their descendants carry on with this grand tradition. They have made me their agent. Okay. I don't much care, honestly. Let's see if we can talk to this person. Use Chiga? This massive creature looms over you. A scent like lightning in an underground cavern washes over you, and it reminds you of nothing so much as curiosity. It chitters and rumbles, waving its large claws through an expressive dance. Something about these smells, sounds, and gestures seem familiar. A niggling itch in the back of your mind. At least you remember the taxonomy now. This is a stygus, a huge burrowing insectoid. It exudes a sense of sentience as it watches you, but you sense nothing in its mind, as though it were a common animal. It points to itself and says, Shakikt. It follows with another stream of highly pitched noise. Over the scent of warm gravel, the stickish clicks and whistles. You understand the words yes and shins. What do they use the shins for? It points to various items on your belt and person, and you think it's telling you that the sticka buy items from a human. You think you where your eggs hatch? No. Okay. What can you tell me about this place? Good rock, full of electricity. What do you think of this person? Who? Then it sprays out a blast of pheromones, and you smell the sharp tang of acid and weakened stone. It smells like distrust. You almost have a sense of the language, the structure, the feel, the sound, and scent. The itch in your mind intensifies. You can feel the memory of the Stykus language waiting to reveal itself. Try to remember. I did! Your mind blurs, a memory racing up from forgotten depths. You see yourself interacting with the Stykus. The two of you patiently exchanging hand signals, a small box between the two of you, translating your words and thoughts. Each time it conveys a thought or concept, the device sends a stimulus into the appropriate parts of your brain and electricity into your limbs, making you a marionette. Your muscles twitch in sympathy with these memories, and you realize that the Stykus tongue is a jumble of scent, movement, and sounds. With the memory, information pours into your mind as if a plug had been removed. The smell of granite fills your nose. As you return to normal consciousness, leans forward and says, Chigit, smell granite. Knowledge. It rumbles. Its spiracles vent a minuscule trace of gas. Stykus looks at you, and its body posture and slight movements indicate question. Does human speak Stykus? Your muscles remember, and you twitch the proper response. Then he huffs the sense of lightning. Never speak Chigit to human, so. Heard memory from elder, not believe. Human almost sentient? Imagine. Grub think like Stykus. Speak smart. Better now. Okay. Talk about her again then. Fishhead person. Different grub. Shines strangely in Stykus' eyes. Smell bad in mind, much like other humans. You asked me to retrieve your eggs. Heavy stone crumbles to dust in his fist. Yes, knowledge. A heavy feeling like lightning about to strike on a hot summer day settles around you. Not trust. Fishhead grub destroys Strika for no crime but feeding. Tell me about you guys. We Stykus live in rock, dig deep, devour electrical charge. Not enemy humans. Keep to community. Grow old in new home. More? Perhaps. But is detail long. Human not interest. Why are you digging here? This arm dig. Draw energy from the rock from friction. Electric charge, store electric charge. Here, rock good, hard, much electric. Best found. Other place, not so good. How did you get here? No ancient ever to tell. 4 generations only in caves. We live instinct. Only guess at legacy. Memory stolen. Stychus hatched from egg, yes? Yes. Traders come from evil bloom. Other worlds. Think humans stole eggs. Humans brought eggs into world. Humans hatch eggs. Larval Stychus. A mystery to buyer. Released here. Must guess at function. Must guess at society. Maybe advanced once. Maybe great civilization. Now only dig. Dig for clues. Are you digging under populated areas? Stycha must survive. Must live where food is, yes? Human watch every step. Avoid stepping on insects? No. No impact on other life? Sacrifice of others is natural order. Smart for human, not smart. Why concern, not sentient? Claim they're not sentient, that's not true. Simple humans, fight, eat, kill, try still eggs, not harmony, sentient? Your digging is causing problems for the people above. No concern to Stycha. Travel cost needs shins, cost 10 shins. Why? Where we go? Give reason to stop. Humans above our suffering, I can promise a regular tribute of power sources for your people from the city. You can move deeper beneath the city. You want your people to have a future? Do you want war with the humans above? They will collapse your tunnels, they will destroy you. How about I can promise a regular tribute of power sources? Why'd they not offer before? This good, what else? To move deeper. Have been. Rock not good, soft, not efficient, electric not strong, what else? The human above are suffering. When humans dig, they care for us? No. Why we care for them? I'm gonna try and tell them we can destroy them. Apparently that worked. I have no idea how. Human give good reason, yes. Stycha comply.
Making a note.
Stycha move deeper, burrow to lesser rock. Starve for humans' sake. Not fight with humans is better. Well, I win. I have news. Found the negotiations. What did you do? I convinced them to dig deeper would be beneficial to both the Stycha and the humans. There's no need to steal their eggs. You left their eggs with them? How will we enforce their exile without that leverage? Fine, we can work with this for now. We have time to engineer
I'll
another
remember
solution.
that.
Did you promise them anything else? Yeah, I did actually. I wish you hadn't done that, but perhaps it was the only way to achieve optimal results. Very well, you have achieved your objective. Here's your payment. Alright! They didn't hate that. That's what's up.
I'm ready.
But are these eggs? No, they're just shins. Nice.
I'm ready. Ready.
These are probably shins too. Yeah, buddy. Alright, so that's the chapel. We should go there. Because I want to kill the cannibals.
Yes.
And I probably shouldn't do it alone. Take a look at our journal. Fallen to Earth is the only quest that we have right now. Screw it. We're doing it live. Alright, what's up? Why do you eat people? The short, squat woman rakes absently at the swollen red tattoos decorating her pale, naked scalp. Her claws draw blood, but she doesn't seem to notice. Her head jerks up at the sound of your footsteps, and her too large mouth widens in a sharp-toothed smile. We greet you, tenderling. Yes, we honor your arrival. Roves over your body hungrily. What brings you to the Dendra O'Her? What do you wish to share with us? Her gray and pointed tongue swipes at the ritual scarring around her lips, leaving a glistening sheet of saliva. Some questions about you guys. No, we are not the voice of the Dendra O'Her, tenderling. Speak with our leader, Imbitu, instead. Savor his words and drink of his thoughts. You may not know the word, but we come from another world, a heavier one, more rocks and less life. She rubs her tattoos, drawing your attention to them once more. They are more than decorative. Their shape and placement indicate familiar or tribal ties. Her massive grin nearly splits her face. Both, she says. We mark ourselves for each body we consume, like twigs sprouting from a branch. Everyone in our world is family. Everyone is food. Our world is not like yours. It's not so rich. There are no animals, no vegetables? Vegetals? No, none of those. The only flesh is our flesh. But we are blessed. When we eat bodies, nothing is lost except the corpse. The soul is preserved. The dead one becomes part of us. It becomes we. You are correct. We give our respect in this way, and we survive. Until we don't, and sometimes someone dies on their own, and the soul is lost. Our people deserve better. That is why we are here. We heard rumors of the Dendra O'Her magic. It does not stop at the soul. It pulls memories from dead flesh and soaks them into the mind. So we came through a portal in the bloom to learn this magic. We found our way to Sagus. We asked to join. Now the portal is gone, we hear, but we will make another in our time. How many people have you eaten? We do not share this. We prefer our feasts to be private, but many, we find our feasts on our own. Alright? We will miss you, tenderling, all of you.
Let's go.
Ugh. Alright, let's speak to the main person. First glance, it would be easy to assume that this man is dying of some wasting disease or starvation. He is little more than a too-tall skeleton, wrapped in translucent flesh and a tattered robe. His hands are essentially bony claws, and yet he beams at you, his sunken eyes glittering with suppressed laughter and feverish life. I know you, he says. So many eyes have lingered on that tattoo, that noble brow. He reaches for your forehead with a shivering skeletal finger. No one touched my forehead. His fingertip traces a hot line over your tattoo. Yes, he says. Now I remember. Old Sirisa once saw you out of the corner of her eye. A week before his accident, Ulori Mar sold you a bag of sugar-dusted almonds. But those aren't the only two. No, you drift through countless lives, altering and ending them, never leaving a name. Oh, I can't stand mysteries. Love them, but can't stand them. Who are you? Let me remain a mystery. If you must. So, what brings you to the travel of the Old Dur? Tell me about yourself. Oh, there isn't much to tell. I've spent most of my years in this little chapel. The Den O'Her has rather consumed my life. I'll have to remember that one. Why did you join them? Well, that's a good question. Very good question. I congratulate you on asking it. I'm afraid, however, that outsiders rarely understand what calls us to the Dendra O'Her. So with apologies, I do not think I will answer. Still like to know. And I'd love to tell you, but it is rather tangled in the mysteries of our order. I simply cannot indulge you. Again, my apologies. Let me ask you about your cult. We worship the great queen Sarlovin, lady of maggots, goddess of entropy, and guardian of the empty barrier. Although worship is a strong word, perhaps, She waits on the other side of death with her billions of squirming children. They devour whatever passes into their realm, and rightfully so, everyone must eat. But whatever she and her children eat is lost forever, and so the Dendra O'Her work to preserve the minds and the mysteries of mortals before death claims them. We hold their shrill little thoughts in our minds and let them tumble about as they will. It feels marvelous. I already know all this. Don't really care. Wish I could kill you guys, honestly. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, please click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And I will see you next time.